John Travolta.
John
He
Travolta?
yeah,
He's
they
a
say
Scientologist.
Yeah,
yeah,
he
they've been
is.
saying forever like the only reason why he's
Over.
still there's the only reason why he's still in is because they like blackmail you or whatever, you know. So
Yeah.
like they know he's a homosexual and they like as if 2021 is like that's taboo or like something that you can hold over somebody. Maybe they've got some other darker shit going on there.
I mean,
That
shit, it's
Hollywood
Hollywood. Too.
Scientologist realm, they sneak up on you. The
It
people who
scares the
the people
fuck
who
out of
you
me, dude.
least suspect to be Scientologists always are.
Like it's like it would almost be more reassuring if they were all atheists. But
Hmm.
instead, like it's no. This is just the Hollywood religion, which is more frightening to me.
Well, and see,
Like,
they don't talk about it hardly at all. And maybe it's just because Scientology's kept a
that's
good
I
tight
think
lid
that's
on
part of
it.
it.
But since
They're
we
like the
all know
most
that
litigious people in the world.
Hollywood has like rampant pedophilia, is that channeled through Scientology? That's what I want to know because I've never been able to get a
Why
straight
not?
answer. I think so. You telling me
I
that there
mean, it
aren't
wouldn't
some
surprise me.
It
Scientologists
makes
hooking up
sense.
some kids to what are those Phaeton fucking machines and they aren't
Yeah.
clamping them to their nipples or something like that?
I mean, doesn't that
Right.
just kind of like make logical sense?
I think so. I think Scientology
I
is
mean,
what? Okay, put it this way: if the Catholic Church can molest children, why can't
Right.
Scientology?
They don't
I
have the
think
same
right.
the
power.
Catholic Church is not nearly as litigious as Scientology.
Yeah, like they don't keep things nearly as tight in the Catholic Church.
Frick, dude.
Hell,
They
their
like
founder
that's
L.
stuff
Ron
where they
Hubbard,
like
he was
have
like a fucking womanizer, dude. He's getting pussy in all corners of the world already. It's already based on like
baller.
a sex cult, borderline sex cult.
Shit was so weird back then. It
I
was
love it. I
golly.
love
And he was just like matter of fact talking about it. He's like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna create this thing.
I
And
love
he's like pretty
how
point blank.
some dude who writes science fiction books wakes up one day and
Mm.
creates a religion and people buy into it. Not only that, we know that this dude was a con artist as well. Like there was like one
Yeah.
of his close friends who joined Scientology and left, said that one of the first like conversations that he had with the guy about Scientology was I should create a religion because that's where the money is.
Yeah.
It's
Like
like
I've
this
heard that
guy's
multiple times.
that guy's obviously a con artist. It's just trying to squeeze some money out of some saps.
But
Fucking rich ass people, yeah.
all the most powerful people are part of it.
That's
Well, maybe
True.
not. No, I guess
I
Well,
think that is part of the thing.
Hollywood's
Like
got a
if
lot
you're
of power
Tom
poor and you
though.
Cruise, Tom Cruise and John Travolta actually aren't very powerful.
I
if
don't
you're
know,
So
trying
dude. They have a lot
like
of
I was
power in
gonna
that church,
say,
though. They have a lot of power in the
the,
church.
part of
That's
their
probably
like
why they fell off on Hollywood.
Hmm.
part of their recruiting process is literally like figuring out immediately what your financial worth is. Like that is like one of the like as much
Yeah.
as there's tithing in the church or whatever, like nobody asks like how much do you make a year, and that's just like how you get in. And from what I've heard, the recruiting process is a lot of that, like kind of figuring out if it's worth it dealing with you or not.
Well, people
isn't that
pull
how
out
you
like,
guys operate, Umami?
yeah, that's exactly
First
how they
thing you do if
operate.
you want
I
Oh,
don't
he's
think
to
so.
frozen.
convert. I didn't know we were recording.
I've been recording the last like 10 minutes.
Oh, Christ.
Well,
It's gonna be one of those nights, I think. I don't know if
Well,
I'm
it's
gonna
just
be
one
able
of
to.
those. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna
He
be able to stick
asked. He
around.
asked if the Jewish faith operates in a similar fashion that Scientology does.
Oh, like
where they
find
figure
your
out
net worth and shit?
Yeah.
your net worth and all that before they
Sorry, it was
let you
4 minutes, not 10 minutes.
Yeah. No, they don't do that in the Jewish faith, not in the Jewish communities. They just kind of hook you up. Like
Yeah, dude, it does seem cool.
every time I've joined a congregation somewhere, at least one family took me in as basically like, you're adopted now. You're part of this Jewish family.
That's cool as shit.
It
in.
is.
That rules.
But you have a family. Why?
Well, it's just like
I have
it's yeah. They talk about it more of like a community type thing.
They just
Like
normalize
that's
like
honestly
kidnapping
like
kids. Kid will have
basically
3, 4 pair of
like
parents throughout their lifetime.
basically it's because I'm a convert. Like I didn't actually
oh,
have Jewish
are you a
parents,
convert?
so yeah,
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
hell yeah.
How did that? What age did you convert to Judaism?
I believe I was 15,
And
and I started going to shul when I was like 18.
Damn.
Okay.
So how hard was it? You know, it's easy learning almost like a second language when you're really young. And I feel
Mhm.
like that's what a
Right.
lot of like Jewish people do. I mean, they're almost de facto bilingual. How difficult
Yeah,
was it like figuring that shit out when you're already 15 years into the fucking thing, like English?
yeah.
Mhm.
So basically, whenever I was going to the synagogues, whenever you get the like the Siddurim, like the prayer books,
Mhm.
they have like transliterated Hebrew, like how it would be pronounced in English.
That's
So, for
helpful.
example, like I know prayers and shit like Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, like you just know how it goes. Uh,
All
That's
right,
dope.
whatever you say, Umami. Yes, we understand how it goes.
Care what kind of
Shabbat
Chinese you're
Shalom.
saying right
Yeah,
now.
we speak American in this country.
oh shit, I'll have to go.
No, no, no.
Well, the
Uh,
prayer have transliterations in them, so you know like what the Hebrew sounds like, and then eventually you learn like what the Hebrew writing reads like.
Mhm.
mhm.
It's gonna
They
be like
just got it in my neighborhood here. They just got it like written all over fucking
Everything, like all over the signs and
everything.
everything. And
Like
that's
they all this, on the fucking what do you call it, like the fucking post. There'll be all the little notes and shit
yeah.
stuck
The
to it. Yeah,
lamppost.
every single one is in fucking Hebrew, dude.
And the crazy thing is that's probably Yiddish too. That's probably not actual Hebrew.
I don't know, dude, but it looks strange and
Yeah,
it's everywhere.
it all looks
great.
squiggly.
Little squiggly lines.
There's lots of squiggles
There's
going on.
whole stores that are only like the whole sign is only that. They don't have an English description. They don't want anybody else coming in.
It's okay. It's a
If
good
you don't know what it
opportunity for you to
says,
brush up on your Hebrew.
You can't speak the language, don't come inside.
Basically.
Have you been to Israel?
No, I have not been to Israel.
I want to
you
go
gonna go
really
on
bad.
birthright.
I have not. I need to go on birthright before I turn 26.
You need to have your like in your will. It states that you want to be buried in Israel, even though you've never been there before. It's just like
Can
your
you explain?
family. Yeah, just be like, I want
Just
to be
sign
buried
up
in
this
the
bit.
Holy Land.
I just ham it up my entire life. Like I just fucking I turn into like a 50-year-old man. My nose just like flattens across my face. I was like, come on, bring your father his emeralds. You know, like
Tell them that you want to colonize a piece of Israel, dig up a Palestinian, and give him. You want his hole.
no,
Yeah.
I
Just
would
No,
find
not
dude,
a
that's
just
Your
kind
find
of
an
an
hole.
unmarked
opportunity.
Palestinian grave and put him in it.
You're just gonna make a whole mausoleum on top of it. Me and my entire family.
A new temple.
A new temple.
Absolutely. A temple
So,
built on the bones of a convert.
can you explain the 26 thing? Am I supposed to know it? When you said before you turn to, is that just like a personal milestone or is that like part of
No,
the
in the
thing?
Jewish community, that's the official age you need to make your birthright.
Ooh,
Like by Jewish law and all that.
wow.
So what are
Yeah.
you getting for your birthright then?
What do you mean? What am I? My birthright is going to Israel.
Okay, that's your birthright going to Israel. You don't get it. There's no money. There's no lands, titles.
No,
That's
like
a
you just
shame.
like, oh, I'm officially Jewish. It's
So,
almost like Catholics do this kind of thing too, where it's like they kind of do it like a show of devotion type of thing. Catholics do it too.
I think a
For
lot of like
I
even
know.
Protestant like it's
Yeah.
a very like it's a significant area.
Yeah.
yeah, or it's even like
But
or
you
what I'm
guys just
meaning
do
is
it at
that
26. You just do it later.
26 is the age limit. Like it
Okay.
doesn't really count as a kosher birthright after 26.
Mm.
Okay.
But isn't it free?
If you go like through a synagogue, probably, but I don't belong to any particular synagogue right now.
Why don't you, dude,
You
claim
should.
your free trip,
I would love to, but
Join
there's
your
not
fellow Christ killers, dude. They're waiting for you.
dude?
shit. I would imagine, but there's barely a Jewish community where I live.
Oh, really?
And just
Oh
join
yeah,
Turbo. He's
Yeah,
surrounded by them. There's too many of them.
yeah. Move up
yeah,
to
I
New York
wish.
and you'll feel right at home.
Yeah, this episode's gonna have a lot of just Jewish lie in it. I love it.
For sure.
Jewish law is cool. Big
Little
fan of the
Halacha.
Jewish law.
You could probably, if you join the Hasidic community here, they'll probably hook you up with a wife.
Oh,
Probably.
probably.
You probably
Yeah,
get a
God
wife.
knows
family.
I can't
See,
get one
that's kind of
myself.
wild. Is there actually is it just kind of like extremely implied or is it like a real kind of contingency kind of thing in
No,
like
well, I
the
mean
super
it's like
orthodox?
they're like they do at least I've heard they do have
There's
like a
like a
range
community
there.
matchmaker.
Wow.
Yeah, well, they say like, oh, these kids are from these families. It would be good if they were together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like in Fiddler on the Roof.
But that's not all of them. But that's what I heard.
Yeah, like that's like the Hasidic community is like super conservative. Like
Mm.
that, like they like there's a reason they have like Jewish neighborhoods that they live in.
Let's go.
I see.
Yeah.
We got to
Pretty
teach them
cool, though.
about
They might-
Texas.
They might have it right, man. They don't use the internet. They
Mhm.
Bro,
fucking
they're chilling. The
dress
Amish
nice
have
every
it right
day.
too. Yeah, they're just straight chilling.
If I can't bona fide get bitches, I'll become like Steve one and go.
Like, it'd be cool to have a Jewish community, man.
I would love
Would.
to.
I
need
could
more
learn
Jews
something.
in my neighborhood.
You do. It's all right. I'll go move in. I'll bring all my
Come down
Jew
here.
friends. That
Come down.
I
Make
will
be
the
the
Jewish
Semitic
Latina wife.
representative.
I got you. I'll do it.
A little off topic, but I had this idea around yesterday when we were actually supposed to record, and it's a Halloween costume, and I'm thinking about doing it. And I need your guys' opinion. So you know how people like paint
Oh, yeah.
skeletons on them? Like they'll do the thing where they paint their entire skin black, but they'll paint the white skeleton on there. I'm thinking of doing that and having the neck go up and there not be a skull. And so my face is just black. And so when people ask me why, so when they ask me why, where's the skull, I tell them it's I'm a headless skeleton.
Oh
Yes.
no!
that,
Oh
that might be the
no!
best costume I've ever heard of.
That's one of the
Oh,
best
that's-
alibis I've ever heard.
Yeah, you get away with doing blackface because you're a headless skeleton.
Headless skeleton.
It's not racist.
Better than
You
the
just
ones
ran
we
out.
heard.
That's like
Listen,
wearing-
my
that's like-
my alibi is that I ran out of white paint. What am I supposed to do? Go spend $20 on more white paint? I don't have that kind of money. Yeah.
Make like sort of a horse that you wear around your waist. I'm the headless horseman. It's an actual character.
I'm the headless
Not being
horseman.
racist.
I'm not
Oh man,
being
that's
racist.
like wearing. That's like wearing a plain clan uniform and being like, "Oh, I'm a spooky ghost."
Yeah.
Like,
You paint every single bone on your body except the skull. Really, I'm headless.
Where is the line between a ghost costume and a clan costume?
I think when you
I'd
have like the
say it-
hood that like comes up.
The eyes.
Yeah, the eyes. Because you know how people put like bed sheets over them and cut out the eyes. That's a ghost. But the clan, they've
gap
got
in
like the
between.
pointed hood. They've got like the thing that'll come up. You know, they've got the face mask that'll
face
lift
to
up.
face, yeah.
It's kind of
The
it's a
raging-
little elaborate. It's not.
See, the
yeah.
erection, the erection actually separates the ghost between the clansmen. And I'll let you guys just kind of decide which one is hard during their little seance.
Yeah.
It's the clansman.
So what we're doing is what we're gonna do is we'll have one guy who's gonna be a ghost, and me, I'm gonna be the headless horseman. And they can't. That's not racist because it's Halloween. It's a Halloween costume, and we're just working with what we have here.
I've been saying that for a long time.
I know.
It's not racist. It's Halloween.
It's not racist. It's Halloween.
Halloween.
That's
like
the,
a-
that is that is the line of 2021 right there. Is not racist. It's Halloween.
It's like a 2013 Gawker rebuttal to them like canceling some random guy for having like accidental blackface. It's like it's not racist. It's Halloween.
I
Exactly.
mean,
do
shit,
believe
that
it.
worked for Trudeau.
That
You
did.
could do that.
Well, you just don't acknowledge it. That's my favorite thing that's been going on lately. Is just no, that wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't know what
And then
you're
just
talking
pretend
about.
like nothing ever happened. Or you could like fire yourself like a fag. Like I mean, what? I would definitely pretend like it didn't happen.
You could do red face like a Native American if you
That's true.
dressed
wanna
up
get
like
spicy
Knuckles the Echidna.
Hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? And you wouldn't even have to paint your hands. You go, no, his hands are not painted. He wears gloves. So you just paint your face red.
You could just do Yellowface as a Simpsons character too.
Oh, we already said
Like,
that
leave
on
your
We've
mouth
already
out,
done that
just like
before.
you ran out.
That's been
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
Wait, who did that?
I don't remember when we did
We
that.
did. We said that already
Yeah.
Oh,
on an
you already
episode.
made that.
I'm wondering.
joke.
I'm
It's just
wondering
an
if I wouldn't get
obscure
called
reference.
out. You know how like you see like old Islamic paintings or of like the sultans or whatever. They always have the turban, but some of them have got those massive turbans that like go out to here, and it's like this massive ball on their head. I wonder if I couldn't wear that to like
Wait
my
for it.
university and get called out for it. I walked
You'd
into
be-
my
I
class
mean, honestly,
with
it
the
would be the
turban. It's
door
part of my
threshold.
religion. I don't know what they want from me.
You just need to learn the basics of Sikhism, so when they
Yeah.
ask, you can like
say
kind of
Sikh.
talk your way through it.
You just also have to worry about the door thresholds. I think that would be kind of your biggest enemy.
Yeah,
in all
I'd get
that.
stuck in the doors the entire time.
You just
That's-
kind of like good lift it up, just swing on your legs.
It's like a perfect, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fall's
See.
coming out.
Fall is
So
coming
that
up.
means,
That's why I was thinking of my
means-
Halloween costumes.
We're all
Oh, yeah.
gonna die of COVID apparently again.
That's fine.
Even if you got the
I'm cool with
vaccine.
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
that's a thing.
Especially
I
the
got
vaccine.
my first vaccine shot finally.
How did
Finally.
How did
Finally.
it take?
It was fine. Nothing happened, sadly. I will say this though. This is how fucking retarded I am. I got back from Walgreens from my vaccine, and I'm a very fast typer. Like on a keyboard, I just type super fast. And there are some places I go to that I've typed so fast that it's like second nature. So I'll type in YouTube, and I won't even have to think about it. My fingers will just go to it. I don't even have to, really put a lot of thought into typing YouTube. It'll just be within half a second or less. I could not type YouTube or anything like that to save my life. My fingers were all over the place, and it would be like up to, bleep blop, something like that. Like I couldn't type all of a sudden. I was like losing control of my hand-to-eye coordination or whatever you want to call it, and then that was it. That
Do you
sounds
want
a
to know
little.
the truth?
What? I'm just
Wanna know the
retarded.
truth?
Sounds
Yes.
normal.
I think you sound like a hypochondriac right now.
A little bit.
I think I'm
Have
just
you
retarded.
had-
I was having
I
trouble
don't.
s-
That
We've talked
I
about
obviously.
this before, but you didn't have COVID before, right?
No.
So this is
No.
just you getting the
And
vaccine.
it's
Okay,
it's
yeah,
and
dude,
it's not
that's
the
legit.
and it's not the vaccine. That's a fucking stupid shit to say. It really was not the vaccine that required that
No,
did that
no,
to me or
that's
whatever.
yeah, that's
But
just
in
this
but in the
facility.
moment you sit there and you go, "Oh my fucking god,
yeah,
what's going on to
that's
me?
the
I'm
vaccine.
falling apart."
Yeah, in the moment, that's the vaccine, and you think it's gonna get worse.
The lady in Walgreens was kind of like antagonistic towards me, though. I would sit down to get my vaccine, and like she mentioned something about like it being so like how long the vaccines have been out. Like it's kind of as in a nod of what took you so long type thing. I was way too close to just standing up and walking out. I was like, if you're gonna give me shit during this, I am not dealing with this at all.
Oh, do you have a magnet? Do you want to do that? Do you want to test that on
Oh yeah,
and
here,
see
let
if-
me get I think I have a magnet somewhere. Let's see. Hold on, give me a
Let's do
second.
the test.
Okay, explain to me and the audience what is the claim? What happens with the magnet and getting? The
So
COVID
people
vaccine?
claim if you put a magnet up to the injection site, that it'll stick to the magnet because there's like a nano chip or some shit.
This is
in
the
the shot.
charger. This is the charger of my Samsung watch, and it's got a magnet right here to where the watch connects to. It's pretty strong. So let's see.
If it pulls on your skin.
You gotta
No,
make noise.
I'm getting nothing.
Okay.
Myth
Nothing?
busted. Myth busted.
All right,
There
well-
is no magnet in my arm.
Nut busting.
Well, and here's to hoping.
You're so hoping. Hey, it was a good it was a good shot. There was a good. Hey, there was
kinda
like a
hoped it
10.
did.
There was like a 50-50 chance of there being a magnet in my arm. It was not
The
too
only-
far fetched.
The only thing that I've heard negative from it, from anecdotally or whatever, like my friends that have had COVID that have gotten this first vaccine have it's been pretty rough on them. Some of them.
Mm-hmm.
But if you haven't had COVID, I've heard it's not that big of a deal. Or the second one's worse, right? Or
It also,
The
yeah,
second one's
one
supposed to
is
be worse.
yeah, okay.
It also just
haven't
depends on
had it-
which. It also depends on which manufacturer you got.
Mhm.
I got Pfizer.
because okay, yeah, that
Yeah, I
one's
would do
not supposed to give
Pfizer.
you side effects. It's
No.
FDA
Yeah,
approved and
that's the
everything.
one
Moderna's
I
the
would
one.
do. Pfizer.
Moderna's the one that
I
kicks people's asses.
Oh yeah, I got the
Yep.
Moderna shot, and for like the first day after my second dose, everything tasted like Marlboro Reds. I couldn't taste shit.
Yeah.
And then like I slept for a day after that shot.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to take the vaccine, it would be the Pfizer vaccine. Just coincidentally, their shares have kind of gone up over the past 18 months.
Yeah.
Pfizer? Yeah, absolutely. just just coincidentally.
I think there's probably nothing to that. They seem like pretty upstanding people. So yeah, I think no, I'm not talking about any integrity of the vaccine. I'm just saying like isn't that convenient how they have the most effective, least side effect vaccine and like 48 out of 50 senators dump some stock into it. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Crazy how that works.
Might
That's
as well
crazy how
cash
that
in,
works.
right?
Yeah. How much
That's
how much
awesome.
is Pfizer stock right now? Let's check that. Let's see if I'm not gonna buy some Pfizer stock.
Boy, I would
Jamie,
love
look
to
it
look
up.
at the past 2 years.
Let's see this. I haven't been checking it. Pfizer.
$46, 46.76.
You think it's worth investing?
Their share is probably insane.
Look at that 1 year chart, man. When did they start distributing the vaccine? Like,
Uh, 8 months ago.
Yeah. Pfizer stock. Yeah.
let's see when.
You think it's
Around February they bottomed out, and then it's just been.
mm-hmm.
It went from $33 to 49.
Yeah. So you think it's worth investing in Pfizer? Because I think there could be money to be had there.
I think there's more money to be had, like as time goes on, yeah.
I
$46,
mean,
so
Especially
you get a couple. You get a
they've got
couple
a few
shares. You
like
just let sit.
question is, how
they got
many
a few
people still need the
opioid
shot?
lawsuits above their head that they're
You'd be
kind of worried
shocked
Quite a
about.
by how
few.
you'd be shocked how
How
many
many
people
people
need the shot. Yeah.
still alive?
There's a
Yeah.
lot. They were talking about the demographic of people who are like
Need the
vaccinated
shot.
and
Hold on.
unvaccinated. It's like all the city areas are pretty much vaccinated, but all the what you
Yeah.
would picture like
Like
white,
rural, suburban.
suburban, middle class neighborhoods, there are a lot of those people who just aren't.
Hell, you mean by what? No, you're right though. It is like these skeptical suburbans, that have a little bit of information and
Yeah.
think that that's everything. I
You
think
should move to the suburbs if you move them.
if I didn't already have COVID, I think I would take the vaccine. It's just I already had it, so the difference is like 0.09 versus 0.03 as far as like your death rate after getting the vaccine or having COVID versus. So it's like
Mhm.
3 times more, but it's kind of negligible. So I'm just like, fuck it.
Should just get it.
I'm
That's what
all
I
for
think.
I'm all for people
I think you should just get it.
that get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you
get
should
on
get
that
it.
Moderna, that
I
Johnson
postponed
Johnson.
it long enough. I got it. It's really no big deal.
I'm
I
like
think you should be a hero, chicken, and I think you
I'm
should.
overweight
A
as shit,
hero.
and my body handled it perfectly the
A
first time.
hero to your community.
You wanna get
I'm
herd
gonna be the
immunity or
guy.
not?
I'm gonna be the guy. Hey, if you post it, like, please post this if I die from COVID. But I think I'm just gonna
Well,
ride myself.
it's
I've got a bunch of alcohol in my system 24/7. If COVID can survive that, then it probably deserves my body more than booze anyway.
well, this is getting posted regardless, so don't
No,
worry
I'm just
about that.
saying, like, no, but post it if I do die because it'll be like one of those. Oh, we can talk about that. The conservative talk show radio hosts, right? That are like
Hmm.
COVID skeptic, or like vaccine skeptical. A lot of them, like, it's unreliable or whatever, and then like they die and everyone's just like absolutely ecstatic about it. And I totally get that. It's just so funny coming from such compassionate people.
There was one guy I remember. It was back during like the early phases of COVID that I don't remember his name. Not that it matters, but it was like someone took his Facebook profile and divided it up into 4 parts. And there's this post from him saying that like COVID is nothing. It's just a cold flu or whatever.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
then like the next one is at the pool. He's like a picture of him at like a public pool, and there's just like hundreds of people there, and he's like, "Screw COVID, we're gonna still have a good time." And then the next one after that is like, "Just tested positive for COVID. This shit sucks. I feel like death right now." And then the last one is an obituary.
R.I.P.
They found his obituary in the last one.
No, it's inherently funny.
Yeah.
It
Seeing
can't
people
not
like
be
die
funny.
of COVID and it be like documented from them going like, "Oh, this is nothing."
It's a
this
new
sucks."
frontier.
It's
It's like
hilarious.
everybody's diary or whatever, kind of like just plastered online voluntarily, which is
Yeah.
so funny. Someone's dying.
I know, right?
Yeah, what was that?
That's the humming of the robot in my arm. It's the
Jesus
nanobot in the
Christ.
arm.
He's dead.
Yeah.
It hums
It's
every now
tunneling
and
its way to
then.
your
He's
heart.
dead meat.
What if like Joe Biden comes on TV tomorrow and he said something about like
Oh, COVID was a bit, guys. Don't worry about it.
he's like let the nanobots activate and you feel like a vibration in your arm
Yeah.
and all of a sudden
It's like that.
you're like
it's like
kill
from the,
China, kill China.
it's like from the.
You start marching towards your nearest port and just get on a boat. It just fucking sends you off.
It's like from the SpongeBob movie where Plankton gives all the people buckets on their helmet for when they go to his restaurant, and then all he does is click a button and it like sucks into their head, and they've got like the little radar that goes up, and they're all under his control. That's exactly what it is.
It's
Oh,
some kind of
no.
neuro chip in your
No,
arm. And they're gonna control you.
this isn't really a tangent, but like to bring up Israel again, like they just said today that like
Bring up
if you
Israel.
have no if
Speaking of
you
COVID, Israel
this is a new thing because like they were
We gotta-
really
we
good
gotta
at
bring
the
it back to the
vaccines and
Jews.
shit, but like they're saying now that like if you only have 2 vaccines, you're not considered vaccinated anymore. You
We
have to
talked
have the
about that with
third.
Europe now having they added like 8 vaccine slots to their card now. Like the vaccine thing, it has 8 spots.
Yeah, yeah,
And
they have.
so, like,
I've seen it.
Yeah, it's scary.
You know that shit may end up killing me anyway because like all these variants coming out with all these vaccines. Yeah, I probably should take the vaccine because
I
if you
mean,
don't, you're probably
we are like dangerously close to
forcing.
just having
We're
like a monthly
forcing it to
vaccine.
like
Yeah.
get like mutant crazier than any other thing. It's like maybe the technology is kind of pressing against this thing and it's apparently going nuts. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just also wild. It's hard to quantify at all. Like it's important, but it's overblown, but it's not. But you need to take the vaccine.
Take the
Like it's just
vaccine.
Take
it's,
it. That's the Dudes Rock official stance. Take the vaccine.
Take it.
Just take
I
it.
think you should do
What
it.
are you gonna be a pussy and say
in
that
your
you didn't
heart.
jam a needle into your arm?
No, I'd be one of those
Look at it
idiots.
that
It's
way.
like actually, I think
I'm crossfaded on all 3
Question.
producers, bro.
Speaking of the robot in your arm,
Yeah.
did you get your second one yet, or just the first?
Just the first.
has
I
to
got a
be some
couple
time,
weeks until I
right?
get my second
Yeah.
one.
So maybe the first one they don't put the. We'll have to check again.
We'll
Maybe
test.
the
Yeah, we'll
magnet
test it
doesn't-
again.
Because the
that's
first
just
one
like-
might just kind of lube it up. They
Yes.
just kind of make a spot for it.
Well, the first one they actually
know
put
you're
the
gonna-
vaccine in. That's what like the liquid goes in. It circulates around, and what they do is they put a second dose. The second one has like the magnet or whatever, and that seals up the hole. That seals it up,
Oh.
so it keeps your.
No, but you don't bleed the whole 2 weeks until you get the second shot.
I know it doesn't matter. They still put a magnet there, so no one can go in there later and like suck it out or something. They can't bleed you in that area.
Oh, I'd suck that thing out.
They can't suck the
No.
vaccine
I'll pull
out
it
of
out.
you like it's a snake
I
bite.
could pull it out.
I think the first one lubes it up, and the second one they plant the chip. And once the chip is in there, you're done. That's it.
I will say though, maybe it's just me. I've never had an issue with shots, but that needle looked fucking longer than normal to me. And rather than it being like with a shot that kind of goes up into your arm where it's like up there, they jammed that thing straight head on there, and I felt nothing. I felt nothing when that thing hit me. I thought it was gonna hurt like hell.
No, it's just kind of in there.
Mm-hmm. You're just like, oh, I guess I'm in there. That's a new form of like emo. It's just guys who just stick needle. They don't even have anything in them. They're just syringes.
They're
That
just puncturing
sticking.
themselves, dude.
They're just puncturing themselves just to have the feeling. It just lets them
called
know that they're
pinprick
alive.
core.
They'll just stick a needle in their leg. Bah!
It's called
I think they
prick
got
core.
something like that, man. I'm pretty sure that already exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called
It's
homeless people.
definitely a
They'll teach you how to stick
It's called
yourself
homeless
pretty
people.
good.
It's called heroin addicts, dude.
called heroin addicts.
Those are emo people that stick themselves with needles. They are out
Yeah,
there.
they're really good at cutting.
Dude, grow up. Fucking shooting up heroin, poking yourself with a needle. Fucking ass, dude.
I started watching
That's
The Wire recently for the first time. I've been told for quite some time you got to watch The Wire, and I can proudly say that I've learned more about African American culture watching 3 episodes of The Wire than I ever did in high school.
God bless.
Sounds about right.
I would prefer not to learn about them. They don't know me. I don't know them.
You don't want to learn about them at all.
Keep your eyes on your own work, okay?
Separate but equal is how Turbo lives over here.
I learned a lot through segregated basketball in high school. It was great.
Did the black team win every time?
They won all the time except for like 3 times.
You guys ever win? Did you ever bring one home for our
acted
boys?
like it was a Super Bowl. And they all like thought it was hilarious too because we were all friends. We were on the same team, like in football and shit. It was just, it was just funny.
Little seg ball.
Little seg ball.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. It was the good old days. Golly, could you imagine some shit like that popping off right now? We'd all be on like Maury or something, or like Oprah, having to explain ourselves.
I don't think either of those shows are still on TV.
No, they're not.
We would be on whose YouTube show is like the thing. I don't even know. Like I'm so.
We're going on Regis and Kathy Lee.
Yeah, like
dude with the beard.
That's a classic.
That discusses internet drama.
That's how
Keemstar. They'd be like, "Oh, there's a high school in Florida where kids are segregating by color and playing basketball."
And he just brings on an Albanian man with like a kooky ass voice just for the effect of like the Regis character, just to have him on in the interview. You've got to have the crazy ass Albanian dude.
Is Regis Albanian?
Yeah, he is.
I thought he was Polish.
No, he was Albanian.
Not like him.
No, he's a fucking Albanian.
Bro.
You think the Polish people are that good?
Polish people suck.
Shit. There was Alex Trebek.
That's Polish?
I think so. I think he's Polish.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a Polish.
So embarrassing for him.
He's brethren.
Rip Alex Trebek, dude.
See, Keemstar would be the best person to interview someone about a segregated basketball game, considering that there are multiple videos of him saying the N-word on live streaming.
He
would be the best person to do
judgy about it.
It would be free of judgment. Like
he would be asking the deep questions to be like, on what level, like when is it appropriate for the white team to use the N-word towards the black team? At what point is that acceptable during the basketball game?
Where's the
double digits? Double digits.
Double digits when they're being by double digits. When the score is 40-2, then we can use
when we start calling petty fouls. Like this blanked me.
Oh,
that never really happened.
Racism.
Thinking about doodling on getting back onto vaccines. I'm thinking about doodling on my vaccine card for the next time that I go there. Just like have like just a little swastika drawn where the CDC logo is, or something
Tell
like
you got
that.
bored.
I just hey man, I got bored. I was in the middle of class. I just needed to doodle on something.
I was on the
bar, so I'm just gonna where the CDC eagle is. I'm just gonna draw like a Star of David.
Over the course of a week, you have like 6 vaccines. That'd be great.
They're like, they're like, why
How
have
the
you gotten, why have you gotten 6 vaccines
People
in
keep
1 week?
signing on to
They
it.
keep signing on to it. I think they're trying to get rid of me. They don't. They're like trying to drug me to death because I keep strolling in there with like something more racist than the last written on my vaccine card.
Just about wacky. It's about worked up.
I got the vaccine. I think officially.
Officially,
man.
Yeah.
I got a vaccine for you. You can take.
I got your vaccine right here, buddy.
No, like this nurse filled out some cards for her family.
Oh man, imagine how much money you can make selling fake vax cards.
Talking
Apparently,
about that, I have
they're a monopoly right now. They're widespread enough that the federal government has made a formal declaration of what kind of jail time you'll be looking at if you're caught forging a vaccine card. It's like 5 years.
incredible.
Oh,
I mean,
geez.
how hard are they to make? Is it pretty hard
Nah.
to copy?
Well, it's all of no, it's not hard to copy. It's the batch numbers and the numbers that you have to match in the actual database.
Mhm.
And so you basically need somebody to input that information. That's all on honor system for the most part.
So here's how I'm
So-
gonna this is how I'll dox myself. So my Pfizer code is FC3181. If anyone who's involved in the Walgreens system now knows exactly who I am, but I guess they tag a certain code of your shot to your name and
Yeah,
stuff like that. So
I would
they can look it
imagine
up.
it's they call it like a batch number, and then there's like a lot number too. And I'm sure that has to do like when it's manufactured, just so they can track it honestly from like a if something horrible were to start happening. They could reverse engineer like what to who, and what they could be diagnosed with. But also, hopefully the federal government isn't gonna start doing that.
Could
'cause
you
that would
imagine getting
stink.
5 years of jail time for forging a COVID vaccine card just so you could get like
Not-
your free donut at Krispy Kreme Donuts because they're doing that free donut if you show up with your vaccine card? Just
Not
some
in the state
fat
of Texas.
350-pound dude getting jail time because he wants
He
a
just has,
free
like,
He's made like
dozens of-
hundreds
so
of
funny.
cards.
His name's Umami, by the way. Yes.
Oh, you
No,
got
I could be
the
victim of
jig is
that.
up.
I could definitely do that. I'm right there with him.
Make like a dozen cards and you just keep going back through.
It's just like this fat
Exactly.
Jewish
That's
dude.
how
They
you
all
Like,
say
he's-
copy.
it's
That's
this
how he got to
fat
be such
Jewish
a
guy.
thick lad.
Exactly. It's just some like fat Israeli immigrant who's just like goes there like 5 times a day, and they just don't
Great if you
question
just-
it.
I'm an
Keep getting
Ashkenazi
back
Jew,
in
thank
line.
you.
Do you
So
have to
I-
do it the same day? Do you have to go in that day to get your donut?
I think like you just like vary by location.
What do you
Like,
mean?
I
you
never
got
went and got a donut.
No,
but I
if
got
you have
the
a
fucking
vaccine card, they said for this year, so 2021 only. If you for
Anytime
every day,
you want.
only, but
You
it's
can
once
stop
it's
any-
once a day. But so I could go from here on out. I can go to Krispy Kreme once a day and get a free donut from them.
Incredible.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
and that's
So,
why
yeah,
we-
just go to multiple
that's why you saw
locations.
so many fat people all of a sudden getting the vaccine so quick.
Let me
They
see where the
announced-
closest one is. Dude, I didn't know
Oh,
I
they
could get
just
one every
opened
You have
day.
to
up
show,
one
but you have
in
to show
New
them
York.
you have to show them your vaccine card.
I'm gonna
Pretty sure
walk
Krispy
4.8
Kreme-
miles.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Krispy Kreme and Chick-fil-A just like showed up in New York recently. I don't think they've been there for a while.
Yeah, I have to go to Manhattan. to do
That's
that.
rough. I got one that's like
Yeah, they
right
just
across
opened
the
up their
street from me.
first Chick-fil-A in like 2015 or 2018 or some shit like that. It's not that long ago.
I don't even think we have Krispy Kreme here.
What
They
if
talk about
Chick-fil-A?
culture all the time.
What if Chick-fil-A, since they're so like they're contrarian to like the neoliberals group. What if they just came out one day and they were like, "Yeah, don't get the vaccine. And by the way, if you're vaccinated, we won't serve you." They just
It's if there's no discrimination on company, then that's going to be the pill that everybody hates to swallow. Is if there's no discrimination on companies
Mhm.
based on whether or not there's a vaccine. That goes both ways. And I don't agree with either one of them, but I mean, right, would that not go both ways, or am I wrong?
Well, because there are people that are against the vaccine and they believe that there's like a shed that comes off of it. And so, whatever bad effects you're going to get from the vaccine, anybody you're around that's not
Yeah.
vaccinated is also going to get it.
That is
Hmm.
going to be what turns everything on its stupid fucking head. It's
If
just
that
like
becomes,
it's the freedom of religion thing where you get the satanic thing in Oklahoma, right? Where it's like
Oh,
the
exactly.
backside of it's the
yeah.
backside that nobody thinks is going to happen. It's this collateral thing, this unintended consequence with setting a precedent where a company can discriminate based on vaccines. Well, good luck. No AIDS, no people with HIV in this fucking establishment, please. It's gonna get weird.
Maybe I should
well,
just
doesn't that violate HIPAA? Like, nobody's allowed to just ask you if you're
Exactly.
maybe I should just walk into
shrinking.
a Krispy
All this is
Kreme.
gonna go to the Supreme Court in like 5 years when it's all like not doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
all
thinking
the,
I'm
like
just gonna walk into a Krispy Kreme, no pants, dick just hanging out, needle just jammed all the way through it, and a donut around my cock. I'll do that every day. That's gonna be my how I get my free donut.
I did see a girl tweet that a
I
couple
think they
years
just
ago.
give
It
it
was
to you out
like,
of
why
fear
haven't you
more than
fucked?
anything.
It would just be they'd be scared that someone like that would just casually stroll in. Just be like, "Can I get my
Like
free
nothing's
donut?"
going on.
It sounds so good.
It's like they're just like
The
he's a
donut,
fucking
the
freak.
donut.
You know, just hand it over.
I'm
That's
shocked
such a
that
game changer, though. Like, if you live near a Krispy Kreme, why would you not go every morning on your way to work?
I know.
Why would you
Uh,
not fucking go
I
every
used to
well,
do
and
morning?
it's
sales calls
also
all the time where we would pick them up for
it like
I never ate them,
seriously
thank
gets them a
God.
bunch
But
more money because people buy more. They get more than just one donut. Like there are people who be like,
Yeah,
"No, I'll
you get
get one more."
coffee.
You get another thing. They have earned so much money through this
they
just by
know
doing that.
that like that price point where it's like people are willing to spend like $10 to $20 on this thing, and
Hmm.
like we're gonna feed them a bunch of sugar and dough, and it's gonna cost us about 50 to 75 cents.
I'm
And
shocked. Speaking of stabbing my penis with a syringe, I was thinking about this. I'm shocked that there hasn't been some like dumb white bitch who hasn't gotten like little mini like vaccine shots and the needle it like goes through her nipple and it has like so you're pierced your so her nipples are pierced but it's like a little syringe.
How would you
exists.
see it? It's a glass needle, right?
Not the no.
No,
He's
you
talking
would see
about like
the
this is
outline.
like the
Like if
frame.
she's wearing a shirt, you would see like the something sticking in there probably. It'd be pretty
I haven't
noticeable.
seen it on a nipple ring, but I've seen it everywhere else. Every
Really?
other piercing. Yeah,
So
like
you're
in the
telling me you've
ear.
seen an African girl from Nigeria have a syringe stuck through her
No, I'm just saying
nose?
I saw a
Like a
girl
No,
through
he
the
wasn't fucking
septum that
saying
you've
that.
seen.
He's
Like everybody
retarded.
has a septum thing now, right? And like I've seen one of those damn needles going through somebody's septum.
yeah.
It's ridiculous. Imagine that being like your ideology. That's so crazy.
Oh man, your personality is just vaccinated.
That's already 85% of the girls on of
Yeah.
white women on like Tinder right now is I'm
Yeah,
vaccinated.
it
Damn.
is.
Imagine.
What are you, a fucking dog? You announce that when you first meet
You know what's
somebody?
funny is that
No, they have a
usually
moniker now. Like there's
they're
a
the girls who
logo.
usually it's the girls who are like I'll only love you for your dog type bitches or the ones that are like I'm vaccinated. So you know
I'm
what? You're probably
24.
right.
You're
Oh
like,
my
I'm
god, he wants to be
24.
the gym to
I'm
my
from
pants.
Miami, and I've got
You
all
know?
my shots.
I've got all my shots. I never had rabies.
I don't know if you guys have been on Tinder lately, but it's literally a logo. Like within your
It is a
profile,
logo,
your
yeah.
main profile picture, you
I
have
should do
a
that. See if
logo. Yeah, we should put that
Get
on the
on
thing.
I
there.
should do that.
Vaccinated.
See
Grab
one
the
of us doesn't
Tinder
have the
logo.
logo. One of us doesn't do it. One of us does, and we'll see who gets more pussy. The person without the logo or the person with the logo.
The problem
Well, I
is,
think
I
it's
think
gonna be my
without the
my
logo,
body.
I could
It's gonna
still
put me
pull
back.
more than all you guys without the logo.
But that's
They'd
just
Oh, you
take
for
because of
more.
sure
the
can. I'm ugly
mustache,
as
Turbo.
sin.
That's not fair.
I'm just kidding, but
Okay.
thanks for pumping me up, fellas. I want to get back on there and start negging girls again. That's
Hey,
always fun.
what
They
I'm gonna do
love
is I'm
it.
gonna throw my vaccine on there, and I'm gonna say,
I love
I'm
Negan.
getting a Krispy Kreme donut or something.
I'm getting
Get
Krispy Kreme with
getting
me.
my
Woo.
Krispy
You're gonna
Yeah,
get
Kreme.
yeah.
fat
Come get
girls.
our freebies together.
Yeah,
You're
some
gonna
Hell
get
yeah.
fat
some
girl.
some big hefty girls, man.
Yeah,
Hell
get
yeah.
some hefty
There's a bunch
girls.
of livestock out here in Texas.
Nah, hefty girls give the best head, bro. Eat it like they hungry.
They do.
Consumption.
Because they are hungry.
You're just lucky they don't take the whole thing.
They're already thinking about going to Taco Bell when they leave your house. It's
But
gonna
to
be
be
a stop.
fair, I'm probably doing the same thing. And
Thick boy.
just be
Boys
honest.
gotta eat. Man.
I don't know. I'll figure it out. I was trying to find the vaccine thing. I was committed to putting the vaccine logo on my Tinder.
They like ask you when you sign on now.
Like,
Pretty
what's
sure, or, like
stopping you
there's a
from
thing.
lying, though?
No,
Well,
no,
There's no
nothing
way.
really.
They
Hey,
don't lie.
that's kind of the golden question, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's stopping you from lying?
Like
Getting,
what? My
getting.
morals? What
Okay,
moral?
No,
a
I'm
guy
just
who
saying,
gets
like,
5 years
just
of
with the
jail
vaccine.
time.
Just with the vaccine.
Someone gets 5 years of jail time for forging a vaccine card, so we can go on a Tinder date for a free Krispy Kreme donut with a
Yeah.
fat bitch.
Yes. It's a minus.
That's a new guy right there.
That is a new guy.
A little bit in the hole with that investment strategy, but I love it.
Man.
Just a little backwards with it.
Gets
No,
to
it's
prison.
good.
They're like, "What are you in for, man?" He's like, well, "Just trying to get some fat bitches, man."
Trying to get some fat bitches.
Maybe if you take the value of the donut, I probably only owe 8,999 to the state. Think about it.
Bail is still $2,000.
I mean that donut was good. It was hot.
Better be the best damn donut of your life.
Oh,
You're
there's
being
probably
eating another
something dumber
man's
than that.
donut.
Someone's probably knocked over a Krispy Kreme for one donut and with a gun, so they've probably gone for longer than 9,000 in 10 years. I bet that's probably happened, or at least somewhere. Maybe a
Somewhere.
Happy Meal,
Like, statistically, yeah,
like
probably.
a Happy Meal or something like that, equivalent.
Yeah.
And I want to see that CCTV footage.
Wasn't it on CCTV? CCTV did like a special about the Wuhan lab or whatever it was, and they like interviewed some lady who supposedly worked there, or she worked there in quotation marks, and they're like interviewing her, and she's like leading them around the lab, and it's like, this is where we do this. She's like stumbling around. She doesn't look like she knows where she is. She can't really like give them all their answers. And they're like, at the end of it, they're asking her these questions like, so did COVID come out of this lab? And she's like, no, it didn't come out of this lab. She's giving them these very like robotic answers, and as if she's got like a gun pointed to her head at like the other end of the screen. Like, now say the vaccine, or say COVID didn't come from the lab.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I would love to hear any other theory, right? I mean, like, has there been any other thing talked
There's
about,
another
or is
one
there
about
like,
Israel. Shocker
okay,
and
like I
Shocksville
mean,
over here
like
that
I get
Israel has a theory against them, but
right, yeah, I guess it's like, but we kind of know that there was like this lockdown in China early
well,
on, and it may have come from
it doesn't help Israel's case. Some fucking moron over in like the Israeli news company or whatever, they published an article talking about how Israel was developing the COVID vaccine before COVID actually blew up big. And then that was like the big fuel of, okay, Israel did COVID type stuff. Why the hell would you
Okay.
be developing a vaccine for something that hasn't even gotten out of the lab yet, supposedly?
Yeah, it all doesn't make any sense to me, honestly, because like we haven't even released the patent yet. Have you heard about this like giant litigation that's going on in the Supreme Court where it's like a lot of people are suing us for not releasing the I guess the patent for like a lot of these vaccines to be uh I guess, like created in other countries, and their argument is like control group, right? Or like being able to control production and supply and everything, and like a lot of this shit, if it's not frozen like at minus 100 Celsius or some crazy shit, it's not any good. But I don't know. It all seems like kind of fucked up. Like, give them the opportunity to fuck it up, I guess. Or they're worried about liability. I don't know. But have you guys heard that? Where they're
No.
like, the
I don't
patents.
read.
I don't
Well,
even
just
watch the
like,
news anymore.
well, if it was like a giant thing, like you feel like people would be giving out the information of how to solve it freely almost. But
I'm too
that's not the
black to
case.
throw that shit.
I'm about to start developing my own vaccine. The more people talk about it, I'm gonna just come up with something.
Just orange juice
I'm gonna pour some orange
with
juice
zinc in it.
with a
Piss,
little bit of
sand, and
vodka, a little bit of
Yes.
zinc, a little bit of iodine, maybe some baking soda in there as well.
iodine.
Little bit of ammonia, a little
It's
bit of
iodine.
bleach. Put
Just
it
a
in a
little piss.
bag and
Yeah,
Put it in a
Umami caught it. Iodine.
mixer. Iodine, who gives a shit? Mix it up, stir it up real good, take it in a needle, and just inject it into someone's arm at random and see what their reaction is. Just walk
I think
outside my house.
injecting mustard gas. There's no way the COVID could survive mustard gas.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly. Antifreeze. Same thing. No way.
No
chance.
fucking way. So what we should do is replace our blood.
With
Mustard gas.
Dude, I had 2 dogs go down because a cap on a basketball goal came off and there was antifreeze in it. It sucks so bad. That shit is deadly as hell. If you just get a little bit of it in you, it shuts down everything inside of your body and you really
It was in the basketball hoop.
Yeah, so like you fill it up like at the bottom with water or sand. And a lot
And
of
you
people
put
do what? You put
antifreeze
antifreeze in it so it doesn't like freeze up and then like crack the plastic that holds it.
I never lived somewhere where it got cold before.
Well, it's just like it's something that like they actually I think recommend.
I've never heard of that before. We had a basketball.
A lot of
hoop in
people
my
do
family.
sand.
We just put sand and that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then a lot of people like if you're smart, we weren't, you put like sand bags on top of it. So like even when
Yeah,
a
we did
huge
that as
gust of
well.
wind comes, yeah. But we weren't. So unfortunately, like I think a weed whacker knocked the damn cap off.
Mhm.
But that shit like it doesn't take much.
Mhm.
Apparently it can just like drip out of your car and it's like super sweet to animals and just a few drops on like concrete will not
So what you're
you know,
saying
kill it.
is Bill Cosby's mistake was that he
Not
used
using-
chloroform instead of
Mhm.
antifreeze. He should have been using antifreeze.
Yeah, he should have been a mass murderer instead of mass.
I mean,
Well,
they wouldn't.
So
he,
antifreeze-
he would, the
That's
girls
amazing.
wouldn't have me too'd him if he had used antifreeze. So look at it that way. He might have still had a career.
It looks pretty good in a glass.
No, it
I'm
looks
not gonna lie.
amazing. I
It-
kind of want to sit.
You know, it's like
Let's
kind of slime.
There's a
Green.
little viscosity to it. I feel like is the proper word.
Yeah.
But
And you said it's sweet, like animals think it's
yeah.
sweet. So
Well, no,
like,
I
we
think
would
I think
do-
it
red.
actually is. I'm not gonna touch it with my tongue, but I've been told that it comes off as super sweet.
It looks like Pepto Bismol.
There's a
it's
little
like
bit of a
green
texture to it.
slime.
Oh, I'm looking at
Like,
one that's got it pink.
Yeah, it's the green, the very
Oh, the green,
almost
yeah.
magnetic green or like a radioactive green that
Oh, I'm seeing the glass one now too, where it's like 2 glasses on a coaster. It looks like some like party drink or whatever.
Check it out in the voice chat. That's what I'm talking about.
let's go.
Let me see.
Fucking green.
Oh, dude, that is like
slime.
from The Mask or something. That is
It looks
that
so
was-
good,
that's
dude.
like what
If I was
Flubber
gonna kill
nuts.
myself,
It's Forbidden Mountain Dew.
This is
I
the,
can't think of a
this is
better
what I was
way.
Foreboding.
looking- This is what I was looking at. It looks like some party drink.
Oh,
Oh
Yeah, dude, you could have that. Come on,
you could have a
a
little.
little bit.
A little bit.
Little bit.
Just a little taste.
Wet,
Try it out.
just
wet
a
your
taste.
whistle a little bit. We're
Just a
responsible
taste
for like
won't hurt.
14 people dying.
Just a little.
And-
Oh, look at
I'm
this.
responsible
Put it
for
on your
This
tongue.
is
Yeah,
RV.
did you or did you not tell your audience of 12 people to drink antifreeze just a little bit?
Just a little bit. Just a bit
yeah.
on
We
your
said
tongue.
a little bit.
I have
We
no
said-
idea what you're talking about. They play
We
the
said a
fucking
little
thing.
bit. If you die, you didn't.
We
You
didn't
drank
tell
too
people
much.
to kill themselves. We said that they should try it out if they like it.
Just a little.
Just a
I heard it was sweet.
just in a cup. Take your tongue, just a little bit. Just dab your tongue in it. That's all you need. Just a little dab.
Start
Look at this,
sprinting away.
Drink it how
So you
like a
just
dog
dab
drinks.
radiator
one.
fluid
Drink how like
or
a dog
water?
drinks water, where you just go. You just do with your tongue. You just lap
You
it
get
up.
2 laps. Two
Two
laps.
Two
You're
laps.
still good.
That's it.
That's
Have
it.
you seen the slow motion of that?
Mhm.
Where they like pick it up from the back of their tongue? That's fucking wild as shit. It's like a little ladle, reverse ladle.
Mhm.
Dogs are crazy.
Well, anyways, so we'll do the plugs here. This is at Silence Kim.
What time is it?
We're at
or
like
how long has it
55
been?
minutes. 55 minutes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm cocaine poops turbo cum.
I'm at bondage_chicken.
I am at Umami on tap.
Awesome.
It's fun.
Yay.
I can't hear umami.